former PNM Minister of Finance Karen Nunez Tesheira has welcomed government's decision to lay the Commission of Inquiry, COE, into the colonial life insurance company, Clico, collapse in the Parliament in the coming months. At a post-cabinet news conference at the Red House, Port of Spain, on May 15th, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bisesar announced government will lay the report of the Clico COE report in the Parliament. She said it was intolerable that the PNM hid that report from the Parliament and therefore the people of TT. Persad-Bisesar said that was one of the greatest economic meltdowns that we have had. She added the population deserves to know the details in the report and what actions can be taken to prevent a repeat of this scandal. In a WhatsApp comment on May 16th, Nunez Tesheira said she was pleased and relieved to hear this announcement. While I have never had sight of the report and do not know its contents, whether conclusions or recommendations, it will bring a level of closure of sorts for me personally. I thank the Prime Minister for staying true to her word and await the laying of the report in Parliament. Nunez Tesheira was Finance Minister from November 8, 2007, May 25, 2010 in the then Patrick Manning administration. The Clico collapse happened during this period. In 2008, Clico was a wholly owned subsidiary of CL Financial Limited effective February 13, 2009. The central bank assumed control of the company, exercising its emergency powers under Section 44D of the Central Bank Act. On September 10, 2009, the then PNM government injected additional capital into Clico by the acquisition of ordinary shares and preference shares. This transaction resulted in the government's ownership of 49% of the share capital of the Clico. In 2018, CL Financial Limited entered involuntary liquidation, and in 2022, the central bank relinquished its emergency control of Clico. In a statement in the House of Representatives in June 2016, then Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said he read the Clico COE report. I can advise the population that it contains very serious allegations of criminal misconduct on the part of a handful of privileged individuals who were associated with the Clico CLF group of companies. Accordingly, Rowley continued, the report's findings must of necessity require the attention of law enforcement through the Office of the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions, and therefore, pending the receipt of the specific advice that has been requested of the DPP, it would be wholly irresponsible of this government to publish or provide copies of the report at this stage. Rowley said the report has been sent to the DPP and we shall await the receipt of his guidance and advice. He said the report made a number of recommendations with respect to legislation and/or legislative amendments that the government will study and consider adopting in short order. Rowley identified insurance legislation and the Commission of Inquiries Act as two items of legislation mentioned in the report. In 2016, Rowley said the total cost to taxpayers for the COE chairman, Sir Anthony Coleman, and attorneys retained to help the COE was $78,488,943.30. Among the attorneys mentioned by Rowley was Wayne Sturge, who received $567,600 in legal fees at that time. Sturge is now Defense Minister and Toko Sangre Grande MP in the new UNC government.